OpenAI just released a new report titled Industry Policy for the Intelligence Age. And my question is, if you were exposed to this report, what did it make you feel? I think we cannot escape the feeling that it's kind of sad that if you look at that report, it feels like humanity has reached its limit and like we have no value. The report introduced new definitions for what we thought about work hours, compensations, and even dividing wealth. But underneath it all, something that is not widely spoken, not about the report and not in the report, is that it feels like, well, humans are no longer needed. And that is actually sitting in the understanding of two words that are not actually defined in the report, which is the intelligence age. OpenAI are describing a world, a perspective of where humanity has reached its limits. And there is some kind of a fight and a race that started, and we kind of lost it before it begins, before we had the actual opportunity to define what is intelligence. So it wasn't really easy, but I dug in and tried to understand on which definition that actual perspective, that report came from. I tried to understand what did OpenAI actually defines as intelligence. And what I found is two things. One, according to my understanding, it's information, which means how much information can we store in the back of our mind. And the second word is scale, which means that how fast can we learn new things. And the definition and the understanding of what qualifies as learning is that we are exposed to information and making it our own. Making it our own means that you learn something and you are able to put it into use, to new decisions, new perspective, create new things from that information. And when you look at those two things as the definition of intelligence, well, it's no surprise that we already lost, because I don't see any way that in any point in time any one of us can store information in our mind equivalent to what artificial intelligence can. And in regards to learning, well, we have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we need to do stuff like, sleep, eat, do shopping. So no, we are not able to learn as fast as artificial intelligence. But why are we agreeing to a world where intelligence is defined by that? It's maybe a word we share between artificial one and a human one, but I think we should wake up and think what is possible in human intelligence, what is the next stage, and not define it, but what we are able to invent. And by the way, don't get me wrong, I'm not bad-mouthing OpenAI report. I believe that there is just a weird situation that vendors like OpenAI, Perplexity, you name it, all of them, found themselves in that they are sitting in the front of a science that is changing the world, where the system that are supposed to create the new world and define it, like education system, governance, regulation, are lagging behind. They are lacking the understanding of what exactly AI is, what it brings, how fast it's moving, and they are lagging behind. They can't move that fast. So first, great on OpenAI that introduced those kind of new ideas, and they definitely should be considered, but it's not their responsibility. The responsibility lies on people like us. It's like you and I, the people that, by the way, are the first one that embracing AI. We should set the tone. We should push to a place that where human intelligence is not left behind. It's something that we should be pushing for the next level. It's kind of great and okay for businesses that are creating the technology to want to sell it and make money. That it's their purpose. But us as the human beings, we should set the tone of what we believe the world should be like. And for me, it's easy. It's metacognition. It's the opportunity to create something new and define intelligence with our human technology. An opportunity we never have been given before AI joined our world. And I think that when we are focusing only on the ideas, but not on the big picture, which is humanity's next stage, what is humanity intelligence are capable of, we're missing our opportunity. And metacognition as a word just got reintroduced, but we're focusing it back on AI. We are requiring AI to get metacognition where humanity never took the time to gain it. Metacognition is the ability to have a higher perspective on your thought. And think about it this way. Up until now, right, we are introduced to AI, and the promise is that it will do everything for us. So we will have more free time. Actually, in the report, there is an idea that our work week will be reduced to four days. And the promise is that we're going to be having so much free time. And honestly, as a human being, if I'm looking at the opportunity of exercising metacognition, which means that humanity can reach a new stage or just having more free hours, more open hours in my day. So I will try to push for the opportunity that we would actually have a next stage in our intelligence because we have a technology. AI is not doing anything we can't. Our technology is the same. AI is a technology that may be mimicking human cognitive abilities, and when we are defining that, it's per reasoning, understanding, processing information. We are all capable of it. But one thing that humanity has is neuroplasticity. We have an organ in our body that is shaped by how we think. Did you know that? That neural pathways are shaped by how you think. If you look at Albert Einstein, he actually donated his brain for science, and when they opened up, they didn't find any mega big brain. They actually find a human-sized brain, but his neural pathways, the way he was able to work with information, think, create new perspective, that was what was different between Albert Einstein's brain and our brain. And that is the answer. Humanity should define new processes of thinking. If information is a commodity right now, because we can, just ask for it in a click of a button, so it shouldn't be the limitation. What we can gain from the information itself should be the new definition of intelligence, and metacognition, getting awareness to your reasoning process, to how you create form information. That is the stage of new human evolution. We're mistaken by thinking we all have metacognition. We're mistaken by thinking it's something that comes natural. And I believe we are mistaken by thinking that intelligence is all about information. It's not. Albert Einstein had the same information as everybody else. He was able to see things through the work of working with his brain to create new things nobody saw. And that goes to all the scientists out there, that the only machine they are working with is their brain. And this should be the next stage of human intelligence. So I believe those kind of a report actually brings humanity to a place that we would not be able to escape, and think that, instead of being fearful, just get excited about, yes, we agree, this is kind of the limitation. So what is out there? What is next for us? So my question to you is, first, what do you think? Do you believe that we have reached our limitation and that is all what our human technology has to offer? Or you're excited as me for the next stage of human evolution? More than that, if you are into starting to exercise your metacognition, so it's really easy. Subscribe to my video, New Perspective, understanding new way of thinking, just new points of view on the same things everybody's talking about. Everybody's talking about this report. But I just introduced a new perspective. So opening your mind to everything AI, features, modules, AI news, prompts, all of them. This is your first stage to exercise in metacognition, and it requires only a few minutes a day. So just subscribe to my video and bring sometimes your LLM, because sometimes I release new prompts that you can exercise metacognition and see that it's actually working. And the last thing is, if you want to understand what is your next stage to get metacognition, the first step you need, so there is a link in the description of this video and in the description of this channel. Come talk to me, 30 minutes, and we will find out what is the best first step that you should take to actually exercising metacognition, which is, in my opinion, the new stage of human thinking evolution. All in all, I will see you in the next video.